What up, guys? Meanings here, Guild Forever. Going to be reacting to an OST for RWBY. It's been a long time since I pretty much reacted and then gave my analysis on it. So people seem to really like these, so I want to go back into it. Then after this, I'm gonna get some RWBY. I was gonna upload Bleach today, but I did not manage my time wisely today, and I had my own personal issues to take care of today. But it's okay; it's all worked out. I am sorry for the lack of uploads, but I will make up to it to you guys tomorrow. I 100% promise this time. It's just today I was gonna do it, but things happened, but it's okay. It's all good now. But anyway, let's get on to RWBY. From Shadows. Feat. Casey Lee Williams by Jeff Williams with lyrics. Okay, so let's hit play. I like the art. The tone is very mysterious yet. Like, I'm already feeling the tone already. Or maybe I don't know the tone yet. Oh, okay. Okay, I like this. Okay, now this is a soundtrack.
Intruder, identify yourself.
Okay, I'm feeling this one. This might be my favorite. I love the music. Oh shoot, I almost dropped my headphones. Yo, whoever orchestrated this, you're a genius. Shows Blake's profile flickering. I feel like this is telling me something. No, it's definitely telling me something. This definitely speaks about Blake and possibly whoever that masked person is. I feel like that masked person is the one we saw toward the end of chapter 11. I just have a good feeling it's that person. I'm not 100% certain, but I have a very suspicious gut feeling. Okay, I'm gonna pause it right there. So, honestly, okay, so we're gonna talk about this because there's definitely a lot to talk about. This definitely speaks for Blake's situation. The way the Fang, whatever her people are called. I'm sorry, I tend to forget certain terminology within series. It happens, but her people, they're always ridiculed as animals, as treated like they're below humans, to the point to where Blake feels like she has to hide her cat ears just so she can feel accepted amongst others. And the way, and despite the fact that it looks like majority, like humans are on top of the food chain, well, flowers, again, whatever you call Blake's clan, they're just treated and they're mistreated. They're treated as if they're below. The humans are treated like they're. It's almost like when racism first came into the States. I don't want to get too into that because that's a very delicate topic. But that's one prime example of that. Prime, get it? Prime. But anyway, and that's why it's like we've been living amongst you, going by your rules, going by your ruling, and yet we're still mistreated. We're still discriminated. We're still seen as inferior, or people look at us and they're like, hey, look, it's one of those people. It's like we did go by your rules and this is how we're treated, like animals. So it's like, I feel like that's kind of putting into perspective where Blake's potential goal, or where she might go with her character moving on forward. Because remember that conversation between her and Ainsworth? No, was it Ainsworth? The guy with the hat and cane. You know what I'm talking about? The one she was fighting. And then he's like, "Do you really want to do this? We're on the same side. Like, I'm just doing what I can for your people, while at the same time trying to make a profit out of it." So it's like that, and Blake never gave a direct answer, from what I recall. Maybe she did, but I don't remember. But from what I recall, she did not give a direct answer. She was hesitant. She didn't say or uttered a thing. Makes me think maybe the next episode we might see something on her considering or thinking like, oh, maybe I should consider his offer, or maybe what he's doing could be the right choice instead of this falsehood of trying to earn my way back into the world for my people's sake without causing unnecessary bloodshed. And then we have the guy's profile picture next to Blake. He seems like he's doing the initiative, like he's trying to reclaim their so-called world back in order to feel like to free their people from this sense of discrimination or cruelty that was like, it was like a pretty bad hand dealt to them by us humans. And it's like, okay, if how we're acting isn't going to be enough, then we're going to have to take back our people and fulfill our destiny, what we were meant to do. It's like they're a people with it being oppressed and divided. It's like a division between two separate species, even though majority of the times they look just as human as anyone else, with just a few animal deformities. Well, I don't want to say deformities because I feel like that sounds rather rude, but you get the point. I feel like Blake might end up turning, like she's gonna turn against Ruby and the group just to go along with Hat and Cane, to feel like she is able to accomplish what she wants to do with her people. There may come a point like that. I'm not entirely certain, but it could potentially happen. As for what it could mean for RWBY's group, they may have to fight Blake. If that happens, Blake is going to be their enemy. Because I'm assuming, again, not 100%, this is my theory, and if Blake does go with him, it's like, yeah, I understand you're mistreated, but your group basically proves to you it doesn't matter whether what species you are, what kind of person you are. Well, that does matter, but it doesn't matter what you are, it's about who you are. And Team RWBY shows that it doesn't matter what she is, she's still treated as no different than anyone else, especially Wise. Remember back then, Wise was talking smack, or basically ridiculing her people, to the point to where she had to feel like Blake got offended. And once Wise realized what she said was a very sensitive topic, specifically towards Blake, she opened her peripherals, like she opened her vision to further on not only that our humans are the ones affected by what goes on between them and the Blake's clan. Blake's clan is more affected than the humans, and they have to live with it. And because of that, Wise sees the struggle that Blake goes through, to the point to where she understands and becomes more compassionate, sympathetic, as you may say. Not only because Blake is a member of Team RWBY, is because she considers Blake a friend. And because she's considering her a friend, she wants to consider her backgrounds, her suffering, her problems, and wants to reevaluate herself. Not only to become more sensitive toward that topic whenever it comes around, with whether Blake is there or not, but also in a way for her to not seem so ignorant on what really goes down regarding that topic, and maybe learn to be more understanding regardless of the outcomes between Blake's clan and the humans. And honestly, I very much so like that. That's why personally Weiss is slowly becoming one of my favorite characters, and I'm only concerned for Blake. I feel like she may go down a path that I will not be happy with her taking, but I understand why she'd be doing what she'd be doing, assuming it goes that route. And I feel like the way this guy was his portrait right next to Blake, maybe this is the person that will finally hit the nail on the coffin for Blake's making the decision whether she wants to side with Team RWBY and the humans, or do things the proper way, or reclaim their people and their rights by opposing them. Maybe this guy in the portrait is ultimately what's going to give Blake that necessary persuasion to go through whatever kind of irrational decision she's considering based on her conversation with the Hat and Cane, or this guy that she happens to come across. And once again, I am still a firm believer that the person toward the end of chapter 11 is possibly the guy on the portrait. I'm not 100% considering. But honestly, this is becoming more interesting. I'm becoming more and more I don't want to say infatuated, but basically interested in the character Blake, especially regarding these few chapters I've been watching of RWBY, and going along with this, it really speaks volumes in her potential character and where it could lead. And I feel like it's definitely going to go down that route. It's just a matter of what's going to be the final push that convinces her. Again, I'm going with the guy in the mask. But other than that, the song was great. It was fantastic. I loved it. I love it. I love every single bit of it. This shit is definitely going on my playlist. I tell you what. Let me know what you guys all think. Let me know if you like my analysis. If you didn't like my analysis, let me know what you would add in order to better it or make it more, I guess you could say, profound sounding. Let me know overall. I'm fine with criticism as long as it's polite criticism. I don't take rude bastards. Okay? If you're rude about it, your comment's deleted. You continue to escalate, deleted, and blocked. So remember, don't be rude. I don't deal with rude people. I have zero tolerance for them. Don't even try it. But anyway, guys, that's it for me. See you guys all next time. Peace. I'm out.